Dune Awakening's tutorial is very in-depth, and you'll learn most of what you need to, so I made a list of tips that you will not find in the tutorial. These are going to make your experience a lot easier. They will save you a ton of time, and they are not just rehashed tips. These are from my own personal experience and something that I will be following every single time that I start a new character. So, let's dive in. Number 1, at the beginning, the game will start you with an option to do the guided journey that locks the research menu. I highly recommend keeping it unlocked because this does not change your tutorial. You will still continue through the very detailed tutorial and you will get everything you need to know. All this does, it simply blocks you from seeing a lot of the unlockables, just so you're not overwhelmed with all the different stuff. But the tutorial is so well structured that you get everything you need. And it even has a suggested tab to narrow things down a little bit more. So it's a good idea to keep it unlocked so that you can see what you have to look forward to, and even some things you might want before the game tells you to get them. When I first saw it, I was a little underwhelmed, only to realize that there was a whole other selection of things to unlock. Number 2. Build your first base near the Imperial Testing Station 2. This is where you will get your bike parts, and you will be instructed to go here on a tutorial. You may need to make multiple trips here, so to save yourself time, build it near the facility. It's a pretty central location too, and you can access all the other locations of this area really easily. This way, when you do get your sand bike, as soon as you come out of that facility, you can craft it, and you won't have to haul those resources across open sand on foot. Number 3, follow the starter quests. The A New Beginning quests are the main quests for Haga Basin South. You'll want to do these first. They are mostly entirely tutorial based, so you learn a ton of important things and things you need to know. It will take you into the next area, but if you are trying to take your time, you can come right back. The last quest gets you your sand bike, and you will definitely want this even if you plan to take your time in Haga Basin South. The game starts to throw a lot of contracts and other quests your way, but getting that sand bike is clutch, so follow the main story at least until you get there. Number 4, use the grappling hook and Emperor's Wings to get around. You'll do a good bit of climbing, even more so in the next area, so vertical movement is key. If you didn't start Trooper, make sure to unlock the Trooper class at Griffin's Outpost here. Then head into Imperial Testing Station 2. You can do this with the first armor set, but the second will make it quite easy. After you defeat the primary enemy at the end, a door will unlock and you can go inside to find this chest. You'll take the schematic back to base, unlock it, then you can craft it in a fabricator. This gives you insane movement tech early on. Number 5, maximize your Emperor's Wings. To get the most out of your Emperor's Wings, unlock these Trooper class abilities. Battle Harden, so you can use your grapple more frequently. Suspensor Efficiency, so you can use it longer. And the Anti-Gravity Field as a bonus for fall damage. Do these and you'll be swinging around like Spidey right from the start. Number 6. When you do build your first base, consider making it small. The game will force you to abandon your base eventually, even if you build 2. But that's not the issue, because you can just go right back and build another sub-fief console as soon as you complete that quest. The real issue is how slowly do you want to progress. If you plan on getting the buggy and then the ornithopter while having a base down here, it's gonna be a problem. Those resources are far up north to craft those things. Even the next tier iron takes a bit of a drive to get up there. So you will want to have a more centrally located base further up north if you plan on getting into that steel tier and even into the iron tier. Number 7, when building into a wall, sometimes you forget or just maybe can't see where you put your projections. If you switch to the parts picker, it will highlight structures through walls to help you see where you cannot. Number 8, the first shipwreck the tutorial will take you to is a PvE location, but it's the only one in the game. All the other shipwrecks are PvP, and they have unique items. You'll need these for crafting things, so make sure to stock up on these when you're here. And keep this location in mind, because if you are trying to avoid PvP entirely, this will be a place that you come back to farm these resources. You can also buy them, but if you are a grinder, that kind of feels like cheating. Or maybe you just like to hoard your Solari. Number 9, resource nodes respawn extremely quick. You'll probably notice this early on, but to save you the question, resource farming early game is incredibly easy. Don't worry about finding a base spot that is rich with resource nodes. By the time you farm a few, run them back to your base, the nodes will respawn. It's crazy how quick it happens. You might want a good variety of nodes nearby, but if you have 3 or even 4 nodes of something, that is more than what you will need early game. So don't spend too much time trying to find the perfect base spot, because for one, you'll be moving, but also getting resources is probably easier than you think, at least those early ones. Number 10, the research tree doesn't follow a traditional line in that you need to unlock the lower tier first. So save yourself some intel points by only unlocking the tiers that you need. You will find yourself sometime not needing to unlock things because you find the parts as loot, and by the time you need a new one, you might already be needing the next tier. Just keep in mind you can't repair things unless the schematic is unlocked. But you will find so many power packs and bike parts, etc. just from looting a lot of the things you don't need to unlock. If you do need more intel points, you can farm them from these strongholds. In the beginning area, each location gives you 3 points. This goes up as you go into other zones, but you'll still want to make some time to look for these little green holograms every time you are at one of these locations. However, because it will be a lot easier later on with an ornithopter, you will have plenty of points to go off of from the start. So don't go out of your way farming these until at least the second zone. But of course, if you are in the area, go ahead and grab yourself these points. Number 12, save your loot. Like any survival game, this has a recycling machine, but the tutorial stops short before it has you craft one. Storage gets a little overwhelming quick, but you will have a lot of unnecessary loot that is really good resources. So build those extra storage units and save up until you have a recycler. Do not toss your stuff. Unlock the Dew Reaper. This will be your best way to get water until it is automated. Combine it with the Hadra Leaderjon for more water than you need early on. But to unlock it, you have to complete the quest Moving On, which takes you into the next area and makes you abandon your base. As I mentioned, if you don't want to abandon it, you can simply go right back there and rebuild a new Sub-Thief console. All your stuff will stay there until it slowly decays, so you have plenty of time to go back and reclaim it. But if you are actually moving on or not, you will want this Dew Reaper for water harvesting as soon as you can. Number 14. It's kind of surprising the game doesn't tell you this, but once you have your sand bike, make sure to unlock the vehicle backup tool. This will allow you to store your vehicle anytime, anywhere, so you don't have to worry about it sitting out where it does take damage if you leave it unattended. I have gone on a loot run before and come back to a destroyed bike, so make sure to have this as soon as you get your bike. Number 15. Unique schematics are worth your time. Some of them. You'll find these unique schematics in special chests, like the Emperor's Wings I showed earlier. Some of these are really powerful early game and can take you into the next zone and last quite a while. If you plan to farm schematics in the second zone immediately, they will quickly bypass what you farm here in the first zone. But that could take some time. If you want an easy transition and have something that benefits you immediately, here are the schematics that you probably should go after. Arin's Vengeance. It's the most powerful weapon in the first area. It was good enough for me to work my way through testing Station 10 in the next zone, which is quite tough. Caliph's Drinker. A blade that fills your blood packs. This is crucial for water gathering and might just be the most important thing until you get the Dew Reaper in the next zone. Sim's Cutter. A cutter that's even better than the Mark I, which the tutorial doesn't even have you unlock until you are in the next zone. The Hadra Leaderjon. This one you will get on a tutorial quest, but you will want to think about stocking up on more than one. Purchase multiple while at the vendor, or you can just pick them up from a chest too. And of course the Emperor's Wings, as I showed earlier. This is an absolute must. If you want more specific directions and literally everything you could possibly need to know about them, I did a deep dive on all of the schematics in Haga Basin South. So for more info there, you can go ahead and check that one out. Number 16, when a storm hits, you need shelter, obviously, but probably not as much as you think. Pay attention to your status bar both for your character and on a vehicle. All it needs is the shelter status to protect you from the temporary storms. If stuck out and about, don't panic. Just find a little crevice or a roof. Look for that status change and wait on the storm. They aren't very long. You'll be surprised at what kind of shelter you can get from tiny little cracks. Number 17, in addition to having the trooper class early on, you'll want the Planetologist skills unlocked also. So much of the game is PvE early on, and the skill tree has a ton of those different PvE things that are going to help you with the grind. A lot of them are passives too, which means that they can stack and they don't take up an ability or technique slot. You can unlock him in the beginning area above Testing Station 2. It's a simple quest, and if you follow the next tip, you'll already have the item that you need. Number 18. In Imperial Testing Station 2, which you will go here for a tutorial and other things, make sure to check out these 2 bonus rooms. The first, you'll need the ID band, located off to the left here as you enter this final hallway. Then continue on and look to the right to open this door. There's a quest item in here for the Planetologist skill tree unlock mission, and more of those important resources you'll need for crafting your sandbike. These dungeon-like locations respawn every 45 minutes, so you can come back and get everything again over and over. But it's still good to stock up because you'll need all these parts. Once you exit, you can now go down the stairs that you saw upon entering with the ID band that you grabbed, and get even more loot. Number 19. The sandbike does have an inventory, but you will have to craft it. It's one of those reasons you'll want those extra parts from the Imperial testing station. When it is time to move out, you'll want to have that equipped to bring your stuff to the next area. Keep in mind you won't be able to use that vehicle backup tool with an inventory full of stuff, but you can have a separate bike made and stored in the vehicle backup tool while cruising around on your loaded bike. Number 20. You'll be using the early game heals a lot because they are cheap and effective. You can craft them with the basic fiber, but what's notable is that you can craft in your inventory with no effect. So craft a bunch and don't stand around, just go about your business. It also works while you are riding on your sandbike. That goes for all inventory craftables. 21. Be careful with your Emperor's Wings. You can still take fall damage if not using it proper. It suspends your momentum and reduces the gravity, but it doesn't stop it. Your grappling hook can save you from fall damage. The anti-grav grenade can save you from fall damage. And on top of that, your grapple hook will recharge while hanging on a wall, which can buy you just enough time for your power to regen, and you can use your Emperor's Wings again. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all. If you enjoyed this or find anything useful, maybe hit that like button and possibly subscribe. Otherwise, we'll see you on the next one because I got a lot more Dune content on the way.